Today we're going to learn about dynamic and static characters, what they are, and why they're important to a story. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Step 1. What is a character? Well, characters are essential elements of a story. They can be a person, animal, or figure. There are many types of characters in a literary work. For example, they're flat, round, stock, protagonist, antagonist, dynamic, and static characters. But for today's mini lesson, we're only going to focus on dynamic and static characters. In a story, characters are either dynamic or static. Simply put, a static character doesn't change in a story. Their personality, perspective, and character remains the same from the beginning of the story to the end. Dynamic characters undergo important interchanges in a story. Typically, readers will notice a change in a dynamic character's personality, attitude towards a particular subject or person, or even their viewpoint on life. Usually, a dynamic character's change is the result of what they have learned from their experiences in the story. It's what we see as personal growth. As stated, a dynamic character undergoes a change due to the conflicts and complications that he may encounter in the story. Hopefully, he learns a lesson or gains maturity and knowledge from his mistakes and experiences. As a reader, the lesson learned by a dynamic character becomes what we identify as a theme in the story. Static characters play a very important role in stories. Because a static character will not undergo a significant change in the story, an author can use a static character to help a dynamic character gain wisdom from their experiences. It's kind of like how a parent helps their child learn a lesson. Oftentimes, static characters are close friends, role models, parents, family members, spouses, or leaders. Also, authors use static characters to state, represent, or symbolize their personal beliefs, opinions, morals, and values. This normally occurs through a static character's dialogue and behavior. Static characters can also symbolize an author's fears, predictions, or represent what they deem to be inappropriate actions and behaviors. Most antagonists are static characters. They typically oppose the protagonist in the story until the conflict is ultimately resolved. In stories, we need both dynamic and static characters. Sherlock Holmes, Fred from A Christmas Carol, and Cinderella's evil stepmother are very important static characters. Ebenezer Scrooge, Harry Potter, and Scout from To Kill a Mockingbird are also well-known dynamic characters. Let's test your knowledge. Can you identify dynamic and static characters from the stories we have read? Take out a sheet of paper, create a T-chart, and let's see what you can come up with.